It's just going to start to fold. See how it starts to fall? Easy as that, just like magic. Oh, hey there. Today I'm going to show you how to make the ends of your deck boards look wicked nice. We're going to be making some stair treads, a little different than you might see. I do a straight tread that is folded on both ends, so like a waterfall edge, and no miter. Not that I'm anti-miter, I just don't do them all the time. We got all our boards pre-cut to length based on the stair tread. So this jig I have made here, this is for routing out 3 boards at a time. This is the V groove. It's a V-bit, 2-inch V-bit on the router here. This is from Freud. It's a Freud 2-inch V-bit, 1/2-inch router. And this is a jig I made after copying Kevin Chiquette and Scott Stedman's videos on how they fold stuff. So go check those out as well. And once you have all your pieces cut, you're just going to slide them all in. Now I do 3 at a time. You could do 1 at a time. You could make this jig for 8 boards if you want. Once they're all slid in, there's no specific place I'm folding here. I'm just leaving enough hanging off that I can fold it over and then get it squared away after. So I put little screws in here. I take my router, I put it in my jig. I kind of turn it this way to lock it in so I have no wiggle room here. I turn it on, I'm just going to send it right through. This PVC is really light, so I don't really find that you need to like skim a little, skim a little, skim a little. You can just go full depth right at the beginning. Now I have this made. We've got to get to some specific measurements. This end's going to fold into here. And then you're going to have the thickness of the decking hanging off. So you're going to assume this line here, you're going to have an inch over to the edge of your board. So I want a 3/4 inch overhang on each one. To get an 80-inch board total from the inside of this groove, I need to measure over 78 inches. And then when I route the other 2-inch groove and fold that over with the other inch hanging off, I should have an exact 80-inch piece. 78 plus 1 is 80. Now with that being said, coming off of here, I'm going to figure out what to do. And I'm going to measure out 78 inches on this to where I'm right on 78. I'm going to mark it. Alright, so now this is 78 inches, and this is going to be the inside of our groove on the other fold. So I'm going to pop that there. We're going to flip this around. I'm going to put this in. Now, when I say the inside, if you come over here, on our jig, this is why I make the jig this way. So now all I have to do, this is the inside, if you can see that pencil line. I'm just going to line that up with the inside of here. Just like that. And that's it. Now, screw this off again. Now we route that out. Take this off. I'm going to heat up the back side of this first. That's starting to go. What I'm going to do is flip this. I'm going to keep that heat on there. And then this is a big enough piece, I don't even have to touch it, put any pressure. It's just going to start to fold. See how it starts to fall? It's easy as that, just like magic. Keep that heat on. It should fold almost to 90 given the angle we're at. There we go. That on cool. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to put a little bit of glue in here. I'm going to spray some activator on that side. And I'm going to shut that. See that steaming, turning white there coming out? That is a solid bond. Look at it, still coming. There we go. Heat that up. Turn that. Now these smaller pieces, sometimes you want to put a little bit of pressure. You really don't need to. This PVC does, it folds so easy. It heats up really well. Yeah, we're probably, oh, don't do that. Don't touch it. But it's fine. We wear gloves. Okay, that's done. And then this one, I'm gonna show you no activator. Just hold that there for probably 30 seconds, it'll set. And then in a minute, it's just as solid. I just like to use the activator because it gives it that initial set. You can also do that and see that little bit oozed out. If you hit that little bit with the activator, it actually will kind of start to travel in, I think. I don't have any science behind that, but it seems to work. And that just really locks it in, so there you go, we're good. Hit it with a little more. The question is, I wanted this to be 80 inches, roughly, from the outside to the outside. What are we at? I'm like 80 and a 16th maybe. I can live with that because every single one is going to be that same measurement. It's not like it's, you know, one's going to be off. We got our folds done. I'm going to take it over the table saw. We're going to set this to the width of the deck board, the thickness of the deck board. And I just run it through and cut off these returns, and then we'll hit it with the sander. Now, I got some, it's a light sanding. I use a 200 or a 220 grit sandpaper, and I just get these corners a little rounded. And you only need to do this to the outermost corner of the outermost tread. 2 boards per tread, but there's only, with the 2 boards you got, this is only gonna be exposed on one of them at the front. Because then you have, you know, your boards here, nobody sees in there, and then the other one is backed up to your riser. So as far as finishing, sanding, and all that, you just got to do that front edge. You don't got to worry about every single one. So it's not a big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically just kind of, this square edge, I'm going to try to round that out and get it to match here. Start on the bottom and just kind of work my way into it, rounding it off. A little bit, like that. Nothing crazy. Other side here. Just slowly work it in that way. We're just trying to get that corner to blend in a little bit. Match up nice. Not taking the capping away. Take another little fresh piece of sandpaper, and then this is our seam here. I'm going to take that. All those frayed pieces, I'm going to hit that with a little sand. Basically that seam, it almost disappears even without, you know, because it kind of dulls out a little bit. It's a pretty decent looking front. And now I'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to clean up that one little section. See? Stuff sands cleans up really nice. Even though these really don't even need it, like I barely had to sand these. You see that dulls up a little bit. So what I do is I go and get an exact paint match and a satin finish and like the nicest, you know, just a little sample. Just going to go ahead and just kind of brush on in that area we went to. And I just kind of blend that in with my finger. We're gonna really smudge that in with the finger because you don't want it to be too perfect, then it would look kind of odd. It looks light now. It's gonna dry the exact color. Take a step back 2 feet and tell me if you see a seam on that. And the good thing about PVC is it holds the paint really, really well. So not that that even needed it. This is more just to get the sheen kind of back onto it, I guess. And there's your, you know, and that's it. So now each step gets 2 of these. This is gonna go on like that. You get your other board behind that. So when I say, you know, and then your riser's here. So when I say you only need to worry about finishing this edge, it's a 3/16 gap there. Nobody's peeking their head in to be like, what's that look like? So, you know, you don't have to worry about that. Just worry about finishing off this edge. 220 sandpaper so you don't hit it too much, because if you over sand that, and you know, then it's gonna look awkward. So the reason I do this, which I've been told by plenty of people it's a waste of time, but you tell me which looks better, right? You see plenty of guys cutting their treads straight. And if you walk up to the side of a stair and you see that, which one are you gonna say, oh wow, that guy cares, or that one looks good? Pretty obvious.